is George Russell losing it, or is Kimi Antonelli really that good?
I think Kimi Antonelli is very, very good. And it's really clear to see. I don't think George is really losing it. I just think Kimi's just been absolutely outstanding this year.
I've been so surprised. Like the first race Kimi won, I was like, cool, amazing, yay, nice job. But George is going to come back next race. And then it's happened again and again. And I just am so shocked.
But we saw this with Oscar and Lando.
Yeah, but they were a more even match. Like, out of that group of rookies, so what was it, George, Alex and Lando, in my opinion, George was the only one that was world champ material. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, if he has the best car this year, he's going to cruise to a world championship. And he still might. We're only, 4 or 5 races in. But I just have been so surprised. Kimi has looked unstoppable. He looks like it looks like shades of Max
when he was fast.
Yeah, he looks so quick and calm, and it'll
be interesting. I feel like we haven't really seen him fighting someone for the win yet. Generally, he just takes off and he's gone, whereas George has been within the pack.
That's true.
And George has much better racecraft, I feel. He knows how to sort of get through a race.
But does he, though? I really expected him to do that in this weekend in Miami, and he just hasn't come through. It was the same in the sprint race. It was the same in Japan. He just hasn't come through, and I just expected more of him.
So a couple of things. George said Miami was not his race circuit. He doesn't do very well there.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fair enough. The other thing is Kimi Antonelli was picked up by Toto at age 11.
Yeah.
So he's been, and there was a few people when it happened, were like, it's a bit early to be in that seat. He didn't do that well in F2. They chucked him in a seat, but you could see, and I think this is where they pick these good drivers. They're not, last season he was very inconsistent, but he had so many flashes of brilliance as well. Like you could just, one race, he would just go for it. And I think he's just got that consistency up this year, and he looks so good.
It's just surprising because, they picked George up when he was really young as well. Like, he was sponsored by Mercedes through, I think, F3, F2, and then into F1.
Yeah.
And then you're saying about those flashes of brilliance. We've seen lots of drivers like that. People like Yuki Tsunoda, Franco Colapinto. They've had these flashes of, hey, they have.
I haven't seen him yet.
Well, we can talk about
if
this in our Miami wrap-up. But, they've had flashes of being really, really fast. And, being really fast doesn't necessarily mean being really good.
Yeah, I know.
And stuff, So I think I've just been surprised at how much he's beaten George. It's not beating George by a couple of seconds. It's beating George by 5-6 places in half a minute.
And I think as well, he qualifies really well, Antonelli. And it's just that fraction of the 0.2 of a second that then George qualifies 3rd or 4th, and then all of a sudden that gap opens, and he had a terrible start in Miami though, didn't he?
Yeah, but George has been the qualifying king, Mr. Saturday in that Williams, everyone has, George has been so consistent and so good, and he feels very, to me, complete as a driver. He's really smart. He's not just got the speed on track, the speed of qualifying, the racecraft, he's smart as well.
Yeah.
And he's got the maturity now as well. I've just been really surprised at the difference between the two of them.
It feels to me, I'm going back a bit, it touches of Brawn in 2009. So Brawn obviously went for one season.
Yeah.
They had a super fast car first 8 races. Jenson Button just smashed the first 8 races. By the time they got to middle of the season, Barrichello was caught up, but every other team was just as quick.
Yeah.
And I think that Kimi's just started really well.
Yeah.
And I think looking in Miami, there's 3 or 4, the 3 other teams have now started to catch up. And I do worry that George has kind of missed his dominant bit.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at Lando won the sprint.
Yeah.
Who qualified on pole? Is Antonelli, was it? Antonelli, but Max was up there.
Yeah, Max has been up there. Charles has been on the podium. Oscar's been on the podium.
So they're starting to, it seems like he's this bit of a break.
Hamilton's been on the podium. Yeah, it's mixing up now. But George hasn't been there. George, who finished consistently between 3rd and 5th every single race last year, he's always outdriven the car. And now Kimi's come in and just looks miles ahead.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's getting more out of the cars than anybody else. I don't know if it's just, the confidence of youth, of just sending it and having no worries, no cares, Yeah.
But he's not making mistakes so far, is he?
No.
The confidence of youth should be, that happened with Piastri.
Yeah.
He was doing so well, he had a few DNFs and then he just imploded. But
I'll be interested to see Antonelli when he's got Max breathing down his neck for 70 laps.
Yeah.
This is where this is where I think George would do a bit better.
Yeah.
When Max is breathing down you for 70 laps non-stop.
Yeah.
There's that 19-year-old, 18, 19-year-old.
Yeah.
There's that little bit of naivety. That's where I'm interested to see where it happens.
I'm also interested at the pressure from the media as well. Like the media in Italy is quite intense, and I mean they're not in the football anymore. So like people like Yannick Sinner and Kimi Antonelli are now like really in the media, and like it's really getting into a crazy into a bit of a frenzy. That's the word I was looking for.
Have you seen some of the facts that have come out about Antonelli, as in getting consecutive poles and getting consecutive wins and stuff? He's in the same areas as Senna, Schumacher, Damon Hill, Mika Hakkinen, like big names who have got these records that he's now got as well. So as soon as you start comparing people to that, they're like, oh, right, cool, we're looking at the next Senna then.
He will, based on what I've seen, he will win a world championship.
Yeah.
At some point. Whether it's this year, I don't know. I've just got this sneaking suspicion that all of a sudden that Red Bull's going to be in with half a second and then Max is going to start winning. I'm looking at it now and he's like, the car feels a bit better now. I'm liking it. Sticks on P2. Span, if he wouldn't have spun, where would he have been?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If Charles hadn't spun, where would he be? You know, the fact we got
Which time?
Well, we got two 360s from Max and Charles in the last race.
Whoever said Miami was crap, eh?
Yeah, I know. Really, we need to take that one back.
I'm still saying it's crap.
I don't know. I have just been surprised. How do we think George is feeling now, though? Because I think the mindset of everything comes into sports performance so much. The psychology comes into it. It's really, really important. And I think in Formula One, especially, how do we think George is feeling?
Honestly, I think he's fine. I think he's 20 points behind. I think he's had a bad race and he said it's a bad... I think he's all right. There's a few times where I look at drivers and go, you're struggling. Yeah. But I don't think he is. Yeah. I think it's a bit too early for him to be panicking. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he's all right. I think Kimi Antonelli's just like whatever's going on. I don't think he looks like he's got no weight on his shoulders. He went around and signed a load of pictures for his first win, just give him out. He looks like
The thing is, George finished 4th in both Japan and Miami.
I think he should have been finishing second.
Yeah,
that's
when
what
you're
I mean.
in the fastest car, you should be...
I just think Kimi's just doing better. And I've just been surprised.
I think George, he's going to stop taking risks because as long as he can finish in the top 3 or 4, then he can kind of stay within reach of Kimi.
Do we think that's what he's been doing, maybe? Because I've expected him to do more, and we have seen him do hard racing. Maybe he's not doing that. Maybe he's just...
He can't really afford a DNF because he's falling behind Kimi, and it'll make him look really bad as well because Kimi hasn't crashed. So he can't afford a DNF. So if he gives it 99%, that's not how you win races. You know, when you're up against the good McLarens and Verstappen's breathing down your neck and all that, you can't give 99%.
I just can't wait to get to the next race because I really want to see how George does.
Go on, disagree,
Jack. I was just having my moment with the camera. I forgot what I was going to say then.
George isn't giving it his all.
George, he is. I just think Kimi's doing... I don't even know if it's the fastest car anymore. I think it was for the first 3 races. Is it the fastest car? Or is Kimi just so wired up with that car?
Maybe.
He's so... Wouldn't it be amazing? I'm going to ask you this as well directly. Okay. If Kimi wins at Monza.
Yeah, that would be incredible. It would be so good.
How good would that be?
I mean, I'd rather it be Charles or Lewis, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. An Italian driver winning at Monza would just be like...
Well, yeah, it would be unreal, but Ferrari.
Yeah, I don't know. I think... Because Charles has won it a few times, isn't he, in the Ferrari?
I think he's only won it once at Monza.
Has he?
Yeah. I've been feeling like I was feeling really conflicted watching the race because, obviously being half Italian, I'm like, should I be going for Kimi? But then I feel like I've got a bit of a soft spot for George. But then I was hoping that Charles would stay in it, and then I just was like, I don't even know who I'm rooting for anymore.
I don't know. I think Kimi's just looks great. I think George will be fine. I think he needs a couple of races to settle down.
Yeah,
I think he'd be all right. I think he's not too worried at the moment. I think maybe 6 races on he might be if it's the same thing still happening. But.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think I expected it to happen once or twice, not.
But all right, here's a question. Canada, what's your prediction? Because if Kimi's still looking great, he's going to win that. And then I think McLaren look
we've
good
got
now.
a couple of weeks. So the McLarens took a step forward. The Red Bulls took a step forward.
The Ferraris are doing the flippy thing.
How good are those wings? They're so
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
They're so fun. That Red Bull one is ginormous.
Yeah.
But I just don't know where the cars are going to be. Ask me after free practice one.
Okay.
You're going to watch it, like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to watch it rather than a sprint. I think there's one of eight cars that could be on pole for Canada.
Yeah.
8 cars.
He's got a 1 in 8 chance.
I think it's apart from Hajar's not going to be on pole, but
I don't know. He's out-qualified Max a couple of times.
he's not. I'm sure if Isaac Hadjar gets on pole, then
what?
I'll give away 100 beers to you. I don't know.
To me?
Yeah, to you.
Okay, perfect.
There we go. I just think it's 1 out of 7. I think McLaren look really good. Ferrari, Leclerc looks really good. I'm not sure about Hamilton yet, but we'll see.
Yeah? Anything more to add?
No.
No?
I mean, I think Kimi will be on pole again.
You think Kimi's going to be on pole
And
again?
I think McLaren are looking good again.
Yeah.
I just can't see the gap that George gets into unless he really starts to pick it up.
Yeah. You think Russell's championship dreams are over?
No, I think it's a very long season. And I
Yeah.
thought last season, I thought Norris's season was over, especially when he binned it, when he was chasing down Piastri.
Yeah.
And then it all just turned. So these things can turn quickly.
Yeah.
People are saying, Kimi's nearly a whole race win ahead.
But it's only one.
That's one crash.
To be fair, I did see what George said himself when he was being asked questions. I think it was pre-race. He said, a marathon runner isn't thinking about the final mile at mile 4, and that's essentially what we're at. So he was like pretty chill about it.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
just can't see where he's getting it at the moment.
No, I can't either.
He'll be all right.
He'll be
We'll
all right.
see. I think he'll
I
be
don't
all
know.
right.
What do you think? Let us know. Do you think George has lost it? Do you think Kimi's really that good? Let us know in the comments, and please like and subscribe, ding the bell, and we will see you next time.